Hi, happy day. Hi, happy day. It is 7:46. Right there. So close to a sandwich number. I'm recording. It's 7:46 on January 29th. I haven't erased my dates for a little bit. So interesting. Yesterday, I recorded a video in the morning. I went to go post it, but it took hours for it to post, like all day to post. And so it eventually posted. And maybe it's just a little too early for it to get out there. Because sometimes, 7:47, sometimes we're ahead of our time. Like we're early. I like to arrive early. If I know I have to be someplace, I like to do it early. And be there a little bit beforehand so I can like kind of maybe meander around like the building and then get my energy normal and regular for this new environment. Anyway. Oh, hi. Happy day. Thank you for visiting my channel. If you are new here, my name is Miriam. I get downloads from angels, guides, numbers, whatever. I'm just waking up and moving around for the day, so you're never gonna see my hair done. You're never gonna see my face done. You're never gonna hear my voice all the way clear. Cause you know what? I'm full of allergies. I just woke up. I'm just here trying to give a message. I'm not trying to look cute, even though I still do. Anyway, so this morning, there's this heat coming, like but not like in a cooking way, not like in a harmful way. But there is heat rising in your energy, which means I think you're really embracing the the femininity in you in a way that is comfortable. How do I say that? Only 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna say it. Okay. The problem is that the message that came in is a lot. It's a lot. And sometimes I don't feel like doing a lot like that or saying all those things because, I think a lot of the stuff this is what I think, this is my ego getting in the way. Some of this stuff can be quite triggering to the things that I say. Some of the things can be promising thing, and I don't like over promising stuff. But they're telling me I'm not over promising. I'm just saying what is to be delivered. And so it is my job to. Okay. I am literally being scolded. That sounds so stupid. Anyway, I'm gonna just say the things. It is literally my job to just say the message. Wealth and health is yours. The financial freedom is like actually here, like not even just like, oh, you're good, like you're actually going to be achieving this financial freedom in a way that is sustainable, is something that you can then grow, and something that fulfills you. The only way to do that is by doing the things that are fulfilling you, and you are doing those things. It's a little step by step thing. It's a small step by step thing, but it is still something that's happening. You are on the path. Your biggest hurdle right now is how often you are digging at yourself and scratching at yourself and picking at yourself and prodding and just being so nitpicky. You could be better, you could be stronger, you could be faster, you could go harder. But why? Why is it never good enough? Why is nothing ever good enough? You come out here and you learn it. You learn it, you're good at it, people love you, all that, but yet here you are. Like, the evidence shows you out in the world that people fucking love you. And it's never enough because you are still loving yourself. And now, even more that you've tasted those little bits of love that you can give yourself, nobody's even able to. It's like when other people are giving you love, it just isn't right. It isn't enough. And it's never going to be enough. You have been enough the whole time. What is so hard for you to understand? All we do is give you gifts and gifts and gifts, and you take them and you learn them and you push with them, and then what? You come over here and you talk shit on yourself? You sit there and you call yourself little mean names. You poke and you push and you prod. What gave you the right to do so? Yeah, use your free will. Use your free will and go ahead and just like piss yourself off. Just go ahead and put it into a dark cornered closet and don't let her be whatever it's going to be. Don't let them be whatever it's going to be. Just go ahead and make sure that they're just down in there and they will never get to flourish. Right? Okay, so you call yourself stupid all the time. You call yourself mean names. You say that you can't handle your urges, that you can't this or that you can't be disciplined. It's like literally just that's the only stupid thing are the excuses. Sometimes they are reasons. Sometimes they are like literally like, "Hey, I literally can't move out of my bed." That isn't your if you can't move out of your bed, your job is not to go save the world. Your job is to save yourself. Your job is to get through the day in bed. Turn on a freaking show. Literally, sometimes the work is just existing. Most of the time, the work is existing. Depression, those things, like literally just disability, all of those things can really force you to be stuck in your body in ways and no longer trust your body, and it can cause a lot of disconnections. What I've noticed is people who do have disabilities and are aware of their disabilities tend to be much more in tune with their bodies because they have to. Otherwise, it can be something else that we don't even think of. Who knows? Just disabilities are all over the place. We don't know what anybody's things got. So, period. There are ways to be more connected to yourself. There are ways to be more connected to the self that you want to be. Because the thing is ego does come from places. Yes, it is a twisted and id version of it. It is like, I mean, quite literally, they are, whenever they're talking about the psychology of things, ego and all that, all that super ego, id, egos are id egos. Like, they just naturally are just, it's so hard to explain because they come from a simple seed, then they grow and they become quite convoluted. I'm seeing vines up a tree. So there was a tree that was planted, and there are then parasitic plants on that tree. I don't know if I'm assuming the analogy is that you're the tree, and the vines are the parasites of other things growing on top of you, just trying to get on top of you because all of your leaves are covering the floor, so it's a little too shady down there for some of those, so they have to climb up you to get sun. But also in doing so, they dig their roots into your trunk and into your bark, and they really just hold on, and you really feel like it's a part of you, but they're not a part of you. They didn't ask permission. A lot of times they were planted there by other forces, the winds, the waters, the birds, the bees, whatever. But here they are, entangled with you. And it's hard to do stuff whenever you're simply a tree existing in the wind, right? But did you know that trees can communicate with each other? Depending on which forest you're in, sometimes it's on one tree. Echoes of your love. Your future self is really sending a lot of messages saying, hey, 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 you're doing it, you're doing it, you're doing it, you're doing it. Hey, you did that thing. Hey, you did the thing. You've been doing the thing. Hey. You were so talked down to. You were treated so poorly. And then that that set a precedent that made you think that's how you're supposed to be treated. And then when the egos start getting treated nicely, they think, what are you trying to take from me? Because when people treated you nice in the past, it was for their own reasons. It usually is, right? Hey, I'm even nice to people because I don't want to deal with arguing. I don't like confrontation. I'm actually, well, that's not true. I don't mind confrontation. I will confront things and matters. And I'll be like, hey, will I be shaking and sweating and crying the whole time? Possibly. But I will do it. But for the most part, the reason why I spread these messages, the reason why I say anything is because it makes me feel better. It does. Like, I notice whenever I start my day with this, I don't have anxiety throughout the day. And whenever I do have anxiety, I can then, my armpits are sweating, so I'm trying to like, they've been sweating. It's very interesting. So if you're a water sign, you might show things through water, through tears, through sweat. No, there, it went off. The light went off. Um, but you create water through urine. Those are all watery things in your body. Saliva. Sometimes you only sweat from one place. I only really sweat from my armpits and my feet. But that's like kind of a genetic thing. My great grandmother didn't sweat like at all. Um, and that was a problem for her. She had to be careful in the heat. Um, I mean, I could sweat other places. Don't get me wrong. Don't think that I can't sweat other places. I can. It's just that that isn't where the majority. Like I really have to be exerting myself to get sweat other places, and then I sweat on my forehead and my shins, on my back. You know, that's how my sweat happens eventually. But I really have to be exerting myself. Otherwise, pits and feet are doing it. I'm sliding out my shoes when I'm on the treadmill. It sounds so gross. It's not true. I'm not. I have good shoes. Um, but there are signs for you that are letting you know that they are talking to you. They are talking to you. They are talking to you. The same people that are talking to me, the guides, the angels, the numbers, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. I don't give them names. I don't ask them to give me their names. I don't want to know too much. I don't need to know anything. To just give me the words and I'll say the words. I'm good at talking. But I don't need to know nobody's business. Okay? I mean, granted, if people want to share their business, I'm totally fine listening to their business. Like, I am a steel vault. Like, I make sure to, like, here it is. I'm going to, you can tell me, and I will sink it to the deep depths of the Pisces Ocean, and no one will ever know about it. um, and so they are contacting you through other YouTubers, like through you're on YouTube right now. Look around, look at yourself. You're on YouTube because it's the only place I'm posting videos. It's the only place I post videos. There are people who are like, "Oh my gosh, YouTube still exists," and they didn't even know that because TikTok got banned, like for a day, and then they were like, "What? YouTube exists?" They kind of forgot about it, but you're on YouTube. You're over here scrolling. You found my face. One, you're supposed to be posting videos on YouTube as well. similar thing that I'm doing, most likely. Whatever messages, however you get your messages, because some people get them in a lot of different ways. I mean, like I'll get messages through dreams, through song, through confirmation burp. Woo, woo. That's like I'm getting a whole head rush through my stomach. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. Through my stomach, my solar plexus. Very much so through my solar plexus. You probably have that a lot too. Solar plexus, driven energy. But I'll hear songs. I'll get confirmation burps. I'll sneeze a couple times in a row, and I'll look at a time. Um, what else? Sometimes I'll get little pangs in my body. Like sometimes I'll get one like right here, just like a ping. Oh my gosh, I forgot my armpits are shaved. They're not that shaved though. But I usually don't shave my armpits. I had to shave my armpits because I've been sweating so much that it caused my armpit hair to become uh oversaturated and porous. It damaged my hair. So I had to shave my armpits. I mean, it wasn't like all of it, but it was like a couple strands. And so for me, that's a sign that we need to start over. Um, I've been doing a lot of readings and all of that, and so like I said, I make water, and that's how I make water. Sometimes there's 2 hour long readings, and I don't even realize it because I'm so used to the flow of sweat. And there's nothing that can be done about it. I've done antiperspirants. I've actually gone into clinical trials to have them removed. I could do Botox or something, or they could cut a nerve. No, thank you. I'll just shave my armpits. But I want you to know that I am not usually that girl. And that's anymore. I used to be that girl for a little bit. I shave from here down. Anyway, I don't know why I said that, but you don't have to be that person. You don't, unless you want that. Because some people really do like a hairless feel, and that's totally normal. Too, like for you to want to be able to feel your skin, especially if you get overstimulated. You're a very sensitive person. Because I did have to get used to having longer armpit hair because it would pull and touch on my shirt and stuff, and so I had to get used to it. Oh gosh, I am so sweaty. Anywho, there's lots of different signs. Pay attention to whatever they are telling you, how they're telling it to you. But I more than anything, um, trust me when I say you about to be on this. You about to be posting videos if you aren't posting videos already. There are, and you want to know how I know? It's because the people who are following and like all that stuff, they are posting. There's a few people. I think I have 2 or 3 people who are posting videos from this following, from this collective. Okay? They're posting videos. And maybe it doesn't feel perfect. You know? It's not supposed to feel perfect. It's supposed to be new. You're new to it. And even if you're not new to it, then what's your stinking excuse? Unless it quite literally zaps all the energy out of you, that just might be the type of video you're making. This is supposed to be easy for you. This is supposed to be convenient for you. If you are having to sit down after recording your video and edit for 48 minutes, that's too many minutes. You should be able to like be done. Who gives a fuck what you say? Who cares what you say? Like and I know you care. Like, but like don't be. Who gives a shit if you skipped, if you said the same thing a couple times, if you sneezed and a booger came out, like, be like, oh, a booger came out. That's for you, like, thank you, cause I be sneezing. Confirmation sneezes, and it's not just I will sneeze every once in a while. Like I'll have a sneeze, but I'll do 2 sneezes in a row when there's something going on. And the only reason why I knew is because whenever I would look over at the clock, it'd be a sandwich number. It was 1959 by then. And then a 2002. But anyway. But I have allergies, so like, of course you get sneezing. But I would only sneeze once when it was an allergy. I don't go into fits. But whenever, and I can tell when it's an allergy because the roof of my mouth gets itchy, and also it swells. Like I can feel the ridges of the histamines of my roof of my mouth, and so, and then whenever I'm confirmation season, usually my roof is smooth. I have no itch. It's done, and then there's a significant number on the clock. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to the songs that are, oh my gosh, the song is just stuck in my head. Which part? Which line? Why do you think that would be stuck in your head? I don't know why they got me like that. I was like all up in your shit just now. Like, why? Oh, it's because I'm just like, oh, I'm just so, oh, my brain. No. Pay attention to your brain, bruh. Don't you understand? Don't you understand? You are here because you do this. You do this. And look, I'm very quote unquote high vibes, esoteric, Gnostic, whatever, Christianity, the thing. I know so much stuff. I'm gonna curse. I also poop. Okay, it's 8:08 a.m. Every single yogi, every single person who's this divine, amazing person has had diarrhea in their life. Okay? So quit separating yourself from them. I'm not saying go and go into a room full of people and imagine them naked, because honestly, they didn't consent to that. But you can imagine the fact that they've had diarrhea in their life. I think you can do that. There is nothing more special than to anyone. You are special, but you're not more special than the next person. Everybody has an ability. Everybody has their own special things and their gifts and whatever, and sometimes it's the same gift. It's just about how you choose to utilize it. It's about everybody getting the same materials, the same colors, the same things, and we know this isn't the case. We know it's not the case. Anyway, but we're given all the same materials. Let's just say that. Same color, same whatever. But we're all going to make different stuff based off of our life experiences, based off of things based off of our genetics, based off of the things we ate, based off of the people we've dealt with. Like, literally people who, you could be an exact clone of me. We could be the exact same person in every single way, abused by the same people in every single way. But guess what? You weren't standing in the same spot I was standing in, which means different dust particles touched me. It still doesn't matter how exact it is. There is something different about each being on purpose, just enough. There's this like little set of pie being plotted, I believe. It goes like this, and 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 it's this big, starts out like this, one line in the air. And then it kind of like, it's kind of close to it, it's kind of close to it, it's kind of close to it, but eventually it creates this whole flower. And it looks as if it's completely filled, but it's not. The closer you look, there are still spaces that haven't been touched yet. Yes, there is a line. Right here. There's a line. You see that line? It's right there. And your line is like right there. Just a little bit next to it. That's the point. It will be same, different. Same, different. This is how we experiment. It's through controlling the variables, except you're doing it through a soul or through a lifetime. And so there are certain things that need to be a same, different. And then and then they're keeping track of what is different. That's how it works. It's the scientific method. The one thing that there's lots of things that if we followed the theory of it, it would be amazing. But we don't really do that. Like the scientific method, most people don't follow it very well. Oh, 252. That was just a regular sneeze. Oh, nope, this wasn't. I got it. I'm right on the verge of having a booger explosion. Okay, I got it again. Okay. Whenever that started, it was 2502. My time was done. I looked back up, it was 2520. Okay, so 252. This is what I'll leave you with. 2. Patience, destiny. Partnerships, diplomacy. 5. Expansion, growth, relief, travel. Change it up with another 2. Because you're destined to, baby. It's just about the partnership with you in the universe, okay? You are simply in a state, you are surrounded by this energy. So this is a time where you are going to be able to be a bit more, you can consolidate a lot more things. You can take on the diplomacy. You can kind of diplomatize a few things all at once with the same, almost like with the same solution. And it's going to be easy for you because this is who you are. You are whole and complete the way that you are. You have these abilities in you. In you. In you. Okay? So I'm popping off of here. I'm gonna go do my day. I was gonna go shower. And then I forgot. So we'll see if that shower ever happens. Anyway, I'm gonna hop off of here. I'm gonna go handle my business. And in the meantime, lovies, y'all keep a lookout for the numbers, alright? And stay synchronized. Much love.